Alright guys, welcome back to another Phantom Parade video. So July is about to end. We got Yellow Gojo, Summer Gojo, and I made a tier list for the month of July. I'll be making tier list and Phantom Parade Diamond every month. In the last week, I will just make a tier list, post it in my channel, tier list channel on my Discord server, and then wait for you guys' opinion. And when I will record a video, I will have your guys' opinion, and if I have anything to change, I will change it on camera while recording. We made a video for this. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to go back and watch the video. It's a nice one. Let me know your thoughts. But here we are for Phantom Parade Diamond. This is my second time doing this. I got inspired from the Truth DT from the Dokkan Battle community, one of my inspiration for being a content creator also. So he stole it from a JP character player also. And I stole it from him. So if you are not familiar with this format, basically it is top 5 characters from each attribute. Number 1 row is obviously God tier, Z plus, Z, S, and A. You guys know how the rankings work. So these are my top 5 for every element. But before I go on with this, let me show you guys, if you want to be part of the Phantom Parade Diamond thing, I have the blank slate for the Phantom Parade, the blue one. Let me show you guys what I mean. I have the blank slate only with the ranking and attribute without any characters in this channel, in this tier list channel. You just, if you want to be part of this, you want to do it on your own, just go to the tier list maker. I will, if you want, just ping me. I will link this to you. Go here, click this, create meme, and there will be import background. So click background, upload your custom background, and then put that blank tier list for Phantom Parade Diamond there, and you can just drag and drop this. Drag and drop. You cannot just click this, because if you click it, the character icon won't show. So just drag and drop. So what I do it on PC, how I do it on PC, just make it super small so it's easy for me to drag and drop. So I drag all my characters and then I make the shit. So back on with my Phantom Parade Diamond. How I will proceed with this, there is no honorable mention because these are top 5, the top tier of the game. So how do I rank Phantom Parade Diamond? Unlike my tier list, which is based on my personal bias, my personal experience as a free-to-play casual, I rank top 5 for each element based on their kit and how good I have seen them do on showcases if I don't have the character. So that's how I rank them. I don't care about their use in tower, use in sweep, use in limited tower, use in chapter EX stages. If they perform good, they are good. I mean, obviously, if a character cannot perform good in sweep, they cannot perform good in tower, they cannot perform good in limited time flow, they cannot perform good anywhere. But if a character is good in even one area, they are either good or better in other stuff also, in the other content also. Starting with from A rank, I won't go heavy on them. Blue Nanami, his value in blue is a top 5 in my opinion, because he is plus a standard banner character, an SP buff, and a solid support sub DPS. What do you need more from a character? He is top 5, making him A rank and blue tier. Yaga, even though I am a huge supporter of supports in any game, I still have him below a pure DPS just because we have an alternate option for stat buffers for blue, which is Miwa, and I placed her above UG. So Yaga, when Yaga first released, he would have been Z+, but I didn't make a Phantom Parade Diamond back then. Now with the updated characters, new characters, he is S tier. He was the only stat buffer for blue. Before Yaga, there was no stat buffer. Crazy, no? But after his release, 1 month after his release, they released SP buff Miva, who does the same stuff, stat buff for blue, and took his slot. But Yaga is still like better. If you have Yaga and Miva, just use Yaga. Summer UG Z plus. My guy, I was using him wrong actually, but after knowing the proper way of using him, holy shit! He climbed the ranks so high in my eyes. When there is a pure DPS, I judge them so hard. And I was doing that with this character also, but after knowing the fucking tips and tricks, he's pretty good. He's like the best DPS for blue, physical for blue characters. There is no curse technique DPS here because I don't think Blue Yuta does it anymore. The blue Nobara that will release soon, Summer Nobara, She is a curse technique DPS, and I think she will be in here, and Nanami place will be gone. So for now, the best DPS, Blue's physical DPS is my boy, and he is Z tier. Miva, her SP buff is solid, replacing Yaga, which is a huge task. Like competing with Blue Yaga is a massive achievement. So her being a support plus counter, and on counter she can support. Her ultimate also supports a total good character. She's deserving of her Z plus status. Jumping to Gojo, best character, brother. A DPS, a stat debuffer, a damage debuffer, I think. Yeah, a damage debuffer, a stat buffer. There's so much damage. And AoE ult, which does 10 million ticks, and he does 4 ticks or 40 million. Like, holy shit. I don't want to talk about this guy because he's Gojo, of course. So moving on to green, A is Miva. Green Miva is actually pretty nice DPS also, while also supporting and her counters same as Blue Miva. So the reason she is that low is because the 4 characters above her are just that good. CGUG, a free limited character who is such a nice support. He does so much. He does so much support, gives so much support. Plus, if you focus on making him a sub DPS, he can do some nice DPS. Pairing him with Todo. Todo does like wonders paired with him, and he makes CGUG do a lot more damage also. Green Nanami, mixed damage dealer, debuffs also on some skills, little bit because he's a pure DPS, but he still does something extra, making him Z tier. Choso, I won't say he's the same like Nanami, but he is same as Nanami. He does nice damage, does a lot of debuff, but unlike Nanami, who is physical mix, he is only Jujutsu, but he is not damage focused, he is support focused, unlike Nanami. Nanami is damage focused. That's why Choso comes in a tier higher, God tier. Rare attribute, I have not used Megumi, but because Kenjaku's release, the Naruto Shikamo Red Kenjaku, whatever you call him, debuffers have gone up in a level, a tier, just because he exists now. Maximum output UG, I think he's the best like DPS still, physical DPS. One thing I would have done is placed him in Z tier and Kenjaku in S tier, but that's interchangeable, so let me know. Kenjaku, just used him recently, just got him also recently. Best curse technique DPS. Like if they did a little bit more, this guy would have been broken as fuck. So I guess for a DPS, his place is pretty good. Momo is SR Yaga, but upgraded out the wazoo. She is so good because she does not only do stat buff, she does other stuff like doing damage received debuff on her skills, stat buff from her auto skill, and she can dodge and recover her own curse energy. She's the type of character you feel the absence of, and I'm feeling it too. Mahito, glad I have him. Best debuffer, best sub DPS for rare. If Momo did damage like Mahito, Momo would have been God tier and Mahito would have been Z plus tier, but Mahito does that damage that Momo does not. Plus Mahito also does a lot of stuff, and not only one type of debuff, he does critical damage, increases on Jujutsu stats, so he does more damage also. His ult also continues that shit, so pretty solid character. Yellow attribute. Yellow Shoko. Oh, by the way, in green tier, the A rank, Shoko, green Shoko and green Miwa can be interchangeable just like how Yuji and Kenjaku are. But for now, I'm placing Miwa there, just because she's not a limited. That's why she's there. But otherwise, Shoko is also A tier. I just only wanted one character to be in one slot. Yellow Shoko, stat buffer for yellow, healer, stat debuffer also, not stat debuffer, but damage debuffer also, and has her own survivability. She can heal herself. A pretty good support which can survive. Zone UG, only good yellow DPS. I cannot wait the day he gets power creep physical yellow because I don't have him. And it makes me so jealous. He looks so good also. But maximum output UG mogs his ass. Like you guys can see right there, the icon. Maximum output UG mogs the fuck out of yellow UG's god art. Yellow Yuta, a mixed damage dealer, which can also apply damage received for yellow on the enemy and also heal allies while also recovering his own curse energy. For a DPS to be like top tier nowadays, the DPS needs to do more than just DPSing. They need to support like here and there. You need that. Yellow Yaga, I said this in my tier list video. Yellow Yaga, day 1 character, does good damage, does stat debuffer, only stat debuffer for yellow, and is still super massive. His auto skill gives stat buff, no type restriction, attribute restriction, so you can just play him with other characters, other attribute characters also. His debuff, his full debuff are for only for yellow, but half of the debuff you can use them with any character, attribute character. Too good. So what I said in my tier list video before this, to replace this guy, just like how Red Momo replaced Red Yaga, the guy who will replace yellow SSR Yaga has to be a broken character. Everyone should summon, even if they are a standard banner character, they have to summon. I will summon, because otherwise, if the character is not broken, you don't need to summon for that character, and that's a huge money loss for the company. So they will have to make it, either they will just prolong it till the meta is so toxic that a broken character, like for now today's standard, will be like an average character in the future, like 1 billion HP bosses. But other than that, Yellow Yaga is goated and taking first place, number 1 spot in yellow attribute is the new summer Yellow Gojo. Insane stat buffer, can also do damage, can also extend his duration on the field, so he can just stay on the battlefield. I'm not talking about dupes, but if I were A3, like summer Yuji and summer Gojo at A3, they will be a tier higher, and Gojo is already number 1, he will be a tier even higher than that, because he also recovers CE for allies. Only yellow allies 10 CE on skill 2, which has a 610 cooldown, by the way, so you can only use this one, but that's still something instead of nothing. So 200% stat buff from Yellow Gojo, and if you have him A1 on his ult, gets more ult gauge, so you can get his second ult quicker, and then have him on field for a lot of turn, unlimited turn basically, if you manage your rotations right. And when he leaves the field, he also gives a stat buff and damage dealt buff to allies for the rest of battle, and that's A0. You don't need anything more for him. And I just recently saw a video of a team with Yellow Shoko, Higuruma, Yellow Yaga, and Yellow Gojo. 4 supports in a team, and they cleared Yellow Sweep with Yaga being the top DPS. If I can find it, I will find the screenshot of that. It's crazy. I had to change my pants, guys. I cummed bad. That was sick as fuck. So that's my Phantom Parade Diamond. Let me know if you want to hop on this bandwagon of making your own. I told you guys how to do it. So if you are still not sure, I have a channel for tier list and Phantom Parade Diamond uploads. So if you have tier list, just post it there. You can also give me your opinion when I post my tier list. So make sure to join my Discord and let me know what do you think about my Phantom Parade Diamond. And I hope by the time I make another Phantom Parade Diamond video, I see you guys in my Discord channel. So that's for this one. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So take care and bye for now. Bye bye.